A boy and his father lived in a village. While the sheep grazed in the fields, the boy's father instructed him to keep an eye on them. He had to take the sheep to the grassy fields every day. The boy, on the other hand, was dissatisfied and wanted to run and play. He decided to have a good time. Wolf! Wolf! He yelled, and the entire village came storming with stones to chase the wolf away before it could eat any of the sheep. The villagers went muttering under their breath about how the boy had wasted their time. When they discovered there was no wolf, the boy shouted out again the next day, "Wolf! Wolf!" And the villagers hurried over to chase the wolf away. The villagers walked away enraged this time. On the third day, as the boy climbed the tiny hill, he came face to face with a wolf attacking his sheep. "Wolf! Wolf! Wolf!" He screamed as loudly as he could. Yet not a single person came to his aid. The villagers assumed he was trying to trick them once more, and did not come. That day, the small boy lost a lot of sheep due to his folly. The moral of the story: always be truthful. You never know what lies may lead to.
A long time ago, in a small village, there lived an honest woodcutter. He went into the surrounding forest every day to cut trees. He returned to the village with the woods and sold them to a merchant to get money. He was content with his modest lifestyle. His axe slipped out of his hand and fell into the river one day. While he was cutting a tree near a river, he couldn't imagine retrieving it on his own because the river was so deep. He had only one axe, which he had lost in the river. He got really concerned about how he would be able to make a life today, and prayed to the goddess for help. Goddess emerged as the god of water. She inquired as to why he was crying. The woodcutter expressed his dissatisfaction. Goddess then split the water and gave him a golden axe. The woodcutter refused to accept it. Goddess returned, this time with a silver axe. But the woodcutter turned it down once more. After that, she arrived with an iron axe. It was graciously accepted by the woodcutter. The river goddess blessed him with the golden and silver axe, since goddess was so pleased with the woodcutter's honesty. Moral of the story: honesty is the best policy.
Once upon a time, a cloth merchant with his wife and 2 children resided in a village. They had a lovely hen who laid one egg each day. It wasn't just any egg, it was a golden egg. But the man was dissatisfied with what he was getting on a regular basis. He desired to increase his wealth. The man wanted to collect all of his hen's golden eggs at once. So one day, after much thought, he came up with an idea. He made the decision to kill the hen and collect all of the eggs. When the hen laid a golden egg the next day, the man cut off its neck and split open its body. There was nothing but blood and no egg to be found. He was heartbroken, since he would no longer be able to obtain even a single egg. With one egg a day, his life was going smoothly. But suddenly he had made his own life a misery. As a result of his greed, he began to become poorer and poorer by the day, eventually becoming a bankrupt. Moral of the story: be satisfied with what you have. Too much greed can lead to disaster.
Once upon a time, when a lion was resting in the jungle, a mouse began racing up and down his body for amusement. The lion's sleep was interrupted, and he awoke enraged. The lion was going to eat the mouse. When the mouse begged him to let him go, I assure you, if you save me, I will be of immense help to you in the future. The lion laughed at the mouse's self-assurance and freed him. A group of hunters arrived in the forest one day and captured the lion. They had him tied to a tree. The lion began to roar as he struggled to get out. Soon the mouse passed by and spotted the lion in distress. He dashed off, biting on the ropes, to free the lion, and the two hurried off into the woods. Moral of the story: always be kind to one another.
A grasshopper was jumping around in a field one summer day, chirping and singing its heart out. An ant went by, dragging a grain of corn to his nest with much difficulty. Rather than toiling away your life, why don't you come and chat with me? The grasshopper suggested. I'm helping with the storage of food for the winter, and I suggest that you do the same. The ant added. The grasshopper asked, why care about winter? At the moment, we have plenty of food. The ant, on the other hand, resumed its struggles. When winter arrived, the grasshopper died of starvation, while the ants distributed match and grain from the stocks they had accumulated during the summer. Moral of the story: every struggle and hard work leads to a fruitful result.
Please subscribe for more stories.